So, we're live again on Facebook. Just going to be answering another question that I got through last week. I'm going to be answering these questions just as and when I get to them. There's been lots going on. Got the sun coming through. Actually very sunny after today's morning snow. I don't know about any of you guys, but we had quite a bit of snow this morning and now it's turned into quite a nice day. But yes, the question I got through was, what can I do when my plans get thrown out or my routine gets broken? Something comes up out of the ordinary that throws my routine out of whack. Now, a few things that you can do. Okay, this was actually relating to food, but this can come out relating to food in terms of what can they do when it comes into food. So one of the very simple things to do is, you're saying what actually happened was, lady was saying, I went away, thought I had planned on having dinner. When I got there, the restaurant was closed, nothing was around, and so the only thing that was open was fast food joints. Should I just go and get something from there? Is it better to eat something? And one of the first things that I learned from one of my mentors, my first mentor, he said, "What's the point of being full of nothing?" And it's always stuck with me. And it was one of those things I would say to people: if you're in a situation where there's nothing good to eat, then give your body a break. Give your body a break from digesting food. You don't have to digest food all the time. You don't need to be eating all the time, and it actually can be hugely beneficial. Actually give it a time to rest and to heal and recover, and get into that deep state of autophagy, which allow the cells of your body, to heal. Start to get rid of all the dead, disease, decaying cells of the body, if I can speak. You start to replace them with healthy, young, new cells. So it's one of the things you can do, is just abstain from food. And as long as you've got water, etc., you might get hungry for a little bit, but then that hunger will pass. It happens all the time. People talk about intermittent fasting. Don't you get hungry? Yeah, for about 5-10 minutes, and then the hunger passes, which is absolutely normal. Your body starts tapping into your fat stores, etc. You actually, you start to become a fat burner than a sugar burner, which is, once again, very, very key. And it's one of the things you can do. So you can just abstain from food and just give your body a fast. The other thing to do, I'd say, is if something stresses you out. I've had people say, I was in this stressful situation in a meeting, or someone said something to me and it led to me, going looking for food. One of the things that can happen from a young age, we start to cry, mum picks us up, gives us the breast, and we start to associate food and sugary foods, breast milk, for example, with comfort. And so when we get in a stressful situation, as we get age, we can look for comforting things, and food being one of them. And if you have an argument with someone, you're in a situation where something pisses you off, for want of a better word or phrase, you can start to look for things for comfort, and you can move on to these foods. One of the best things you can do from that, we call it getting away from the gunman. So when you're faced with someone, for example, holding a gun at you, you've got three options, right? You either fight them down, you can either freeze and do nothing, or you can walk away. And if you walk away, at least you can fight for another day. It's one of the things we say. So if these situations happen, rather than making just a random reaction, I want you to actually take a walk away from the situation, 10 deep breaths, and you start to think a lot clearer. And this is one of the things you can do. You can have these responses in places rather than reactions. So one of the key things, if you're going to be flying, for example, rather than thinking you can get to the airport on time and have a meal, for example, you hit traffic, oh my God, haven't got any time to have eaten in a plane, I'm going to go and eat something that's obviously not conducive to my health. Whereas if you already know that you're going to be flying, you can make your own food, for example. Or you can have your supplements with you, you can have your own tea with you, you can do lots of different things. Make these things plans part of you. So these are you have responses to anything that happens rather than reactions. Reactions are just impulsive things that can just throw us offline, and generally they can lead to us making errors in judgment, and we can pay for later on down the line. For example, you're going down the road, someone pulls out in a car, instead of thinking, you hit the brakes, you screech to a stop, you start shouting abuse at someone, and for some reason you just lost your balance. You're all over the place, rather than looking down the road and thinking, oh, this person's not driving that good, and he might pull out or she may pull out, and you're ready for anything that can happen. So one of the things I always say, have a reaction. So if it's with food, if something throws you out of balance, you can just fast, not not eat anything, for example. Give your body a rest, which a lot of people will benefit from. Give your gut a rest. The other thing is to remove yourself from a stressful situation. So anything that can aggravate you, to have a little walk, 10 deep breaths, think about things. The longer you actually remove yourself from making a decision, generally the better it's going to be. You know, you're thinking of a much calmer, clearer head. You're in your human brain rather than your mammalian and reptile brain, which is very important. And the other thing is to start having reactions planned to any events that could crop up. You know, rather than having responses planned rather than reactions, rather than having impulsive reactions that you can have responses planned out. For example, if you're at work and all of a sudden your boss says you've got to work late tonight, and it throws you a plan out, have that. If that happens more than once, you know, it could be something that happens on a regular basis, have things in place. So you think, okay, well, I've already made my food for tonight, so if I get in a bit later, it's not a problem, I can heat it up for a little while. Or you think, I'm not going to be able to go to the gym, it's too late, so I'll get up in the morning and do it earlier. Or have things in place where you can have a little home workout when you get in, so you've got things planned for that. For whatever it is, perfect. Yo champ, yo Jade. Thanks for sharing my last post, by the way. So yeah, hopefully this helps. A few other things, I'm sure, maybe one or two other things that I haven't thought of straight away, but those three things are going to go a long way. You know, just giving yourself a break, removing yourself from the situation, so you're not making a reactive, impulsive response, and actually having things planned out, and that's going to make a big difference. So hopefully that answers the question. I'm going to get on to around about holidays and other things that crop up. The next one, I think people saying, what do I do if I've got holidays, etc., that are planned, or a birthday? I'll get onto that next time. Any other questions you got, hit me up and I'll get to them. Otherwise, stay happy, stay healthy. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.